The three things that happen at the moment of consecration. Have you ever sat in Mass and wondered what exactly is happening at that moment? When the priest whispers those sacred words, "This is my body." What is really happening? Not symbolically, not poetically, but spiritually, invisibly, supernaturally. I once met a man who grew up Catholic, but admitted he barely paid attention at Mass. One Sunday during consecration, he zoned out like usual until something strange happened. He said, when the priest lifted the host, something inside him just stopped, almost like the whole world went quiet, like time froze for a second. He didn't see angels, he didn't see visions, but he felt a weight in the air, a presence that he couldn't explain, and it shook him. Later, he learned something the church has always taught. At the exact moment of consecration, heaven touches earth, literally. So today, let's break down the three things that actually happen right at that moment. Things you cannot see, but things that are more real than anything physical in the room. The three things that actually happen at consecration. 1. The bread and wine stop being bread and wine. This one is bold, almost unbelievable, but this is the core of our faith. When the priest says the words of Jesus, the substance changes. Not the taste, not the smell, not the texture, the substance. What it really is. It becomes the literal body and blood of Christ. Let me say that differently for the skeptics. If you looked at the host under a microscope, nothing changes. But in heaven's eyes, everything changes. And this isn't metaphor. This is the church's most explosive supernatural claim. And you know what's even crazier? Even some saints struggled with this. Saint Teresa of Avila admitted it was sometimes hard to believe until God shocked her with a Eucharistic miracle. But here's the takeaway. At the moment of consecration, Jesus becomes physically present on the altar. Body, blood, soul, and divinity. 2. Heaven opens and the angels bow. This is the part nobody ever talks about. But once you learn it, you will never see Mass the same way again. Right at consecration, the Mass on earth connects with the eternal Mass in heaven, meaning angels enter the church. Saints unite with us in worship. The entire heavenly court bows in adoration. This is ancient teaching. Saint Padre Pio said he saw thousands of angels around the altar during every Mass. Imagine that for a second. Your small parish on a random Sunday, maybe half the pews empty, and yet heaven is standing. This isn't symbolism, this is reality. 3. Christ's sacrifice on Calvary becomes present. This is the one that changes everything. The Mass is not a recrucifixion. Christ does not suffer again. But here's the mystery. At consecration, the one sacrifice of Jesus becomes present again, outside of time, right in front of you. Not repeated, made present. You are literally standing at the cross. Not metaphorically, not symbolically, literally. That's why the priest says, "This is my body, given up for you." He is speaking the words of Christ in the eternal moment of Calvary. I once heard a priest say, if your eyes could see what is happening during consecration, you'd fall to your knees and weep. Here's what's happening right in front of you at every single Mass. 1. Jesus becomes truly present. 2. Heaven opens and worships with you. 3. The sacrifice of Calvary becomes real again. 3 realities, invincible but undeniable. And maybe this week, when you're at Mass and that moment of consecration comes, you will lean in a little closer. You will lift your eyes a little higher, and you will remember, heaven is closer than it looks. If this deepened your faith or even made you curious about the Mass in a new way, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with someone who needs to see the Eucharist with new eyes. God bless you.